If you knew that it could be pretty straightforward to Japa, you will not need to use leg to waka go. Where did they call that place again?
Libya. Libya, yeah.
Then come they swim across from Libya to Spain. If you knew that you could even get a job upon landing there, and you could work, you could get scholarships, you could get all sorts of things, you probably would not put yourself through the stress you're putting yourself through. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. We have a little guest here. She just started crying when the live session started. So, say
how
hi.
old is she? I remember you were pregnant the last time we came.
Yes.
Hey, baby. I remember you were pregnant the last time you came.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
If you knew that it could be pretty straightforward to Japa, you will not need to use leg to waka go. Where did they call that place again?
Libya. Libya, yeah.
Then come they swim across from Libya to Spain. If you knew that you could even get a job upon landing there, and you could work, you could get scholarships, you could get all sorts of things, you probably would not put yourself through the stress you're putting yourself through. But one thing I want to tell you is, nothing comes easy. The poorest man on earth is the man that cannot pay attention. Nigerians are duped every day because we are looking for miracles. One guy called me up 2 days ago and said, Daddy Freeze, why are you always fighting our miracles? When they say they have miracle here, you'll be fighting. The Bible says, greater work shall we do. Why? Because I was telling them, why are you fasting 100 days? Christ walked on water. Why is your own greater work fasting? Why can't you begin to walk on water from Bar Beach here? Begin the waka go Canada. 2-3 weeks, you go don't reach there. Just pack enough food, pack enough water. Begin waka go. Instead, you'll be looking for long fasting, long prayer for matters that have your solution or the solution in your hand. I've got somebody here. She has done it. You see, when somebody don't do something before, it's easier to ask them how you take do them. Our parents, I'm sorry to say this, I say this all the time. Our parents misled us on everything. Religion, ideas, careers. That's why I'm a bit more careful with my children. If my pikin say he won't learn for university, he won't learn how to play with sand, I will go and look for course that involves playing with sand. My father, for instance, will not send you to school if you are studying. You get course where you go tell my papa say, one go study, my papa will even answer you. Instead, he go tell me, go find mechanic work. I remember growing up, I never wanted to be a nurse, but I remember my father saying, you are a male nurse. Can't you just be a doctor? Meanwhile, in COVID, nurses made more than doctors in many places. So guys, know the facts. Ask the questions. Talk to the experts. And let me tell you, many of you are looking for magic that is 100% guaranteed. Nothing in life is guaranteed. Me being in the media, working on my own platforms is not guaranteed. I started it at a point when everybody was telling me you are an idiot. This is what you want to do with your life. You don't have. But I stuck to it and I believed in it. So you also have to believe, because people always go, oh, Daddy Freeze, you told me. Listen, nothing is automatic. And remember, your choices are your choices. Daddy Freeze is not liable for any choice you make with your money. But you have to have sense and learn and listen and pay attention. Enough of me talking. I just wanted to give you small background. We have the real expert here. You are looking at her life. She has a baby. Since she Japa, she don't marry, born pikin, get enough scholarship, work, make money.
My citizenship was just
I've gotten your citizenship.
Yes, it was just approved, yeah. And I came to Canada in 2017.
Wow. Wow. So you're our guest today. Tell us exactly how people can Japa. Let me post the topic. How people can Japa and get paid while they study abroad. Now, when people come here, they offer master classes. Many of you will not register. You are looking for miracles. That is, you see, you cannot pray this work. Ask them. Learn. Over to you. I've been talking too much, and it's not like they cuckoo listen.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you guys.
We're excited to have you.
Isabella, say hi.
Hi, Isabella.
Okay. So my name is Zeno. I am a PhD candidate at the University of Waterloo. In 2017, I came to Canada to do my master's degree on scholarship. So if you're familiar with the economic downturn in 2016, where many people lost their jobs, I lost my job then when I was working, at an oil service company. I was working with Baker Hughes, if anybody's familiar with the company. So I lost my job, and I felt clueless what next to do, because working in the oil industry, my work experience was streamlined, and a lot of companies were not even hiring, because even the banks, every other industry were laying off too. So yeah, it was really bad at that time, because I didn't know what next to do. And it was at that time I decided, okay, maybe it was time to try the school route, because before the economy picks up and people start hiring again, I should be ready to get back into the labor market. And that was how I started the journey to relocation. And like many people, when they want to relocate abroad, before we go ahead, I'd like to state it here that the study pathway is the fastest pathway to relocate abroad. And you can relocate abroad via study, irrespective of your age, your grade, your family size, your work experience, your previous degree. There is something for everybody. And it's only the study pathway that doesn't have age restriction. If you're familiar with Canada Express entry, for example, you know that there are age restrictions. The older you get, the more difficult it is for you to relocate via that pathway. But it's only the study pathway that doesn't have the age restriction. So for me at that time, all I wanted was, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to move. It was time for me to move. I started searching for school. But like many of you that are listening to me, or if you're familiar with this, many people, once they want to go abroad, the first thing that comes to their mind is agents. Let me go and get agents to help me to do the application. And because I was naive then, that was the same thing I did. Like, I'm like, okay, let me get agents. I got agents. You know that there are different kinds of agents. Me, I was even lucky to get a good agent, at least the one that was responsible and responsive and did not run away with my money. So I got agents. The first agent applied, first time, I don't get the admission. We did the application the second time. The second one, I got the admission. I got admission. Admission did not come with scholarship. So you know that excitement, we are so excited that, yeah, I got an admission. It seems like your relocation is getting close. It's very soon, very close for you to relocate. Then, when I saw the amount of school fees, all my hopes were dashed. Like, okay, yeah, it's like this mixed feeling from being so excited to being so sad, because even if it feels like this is what I need, but the tuition, I can't afford to pay it. And if I can't pay the tuition, then where am I going to? So that's when it dawned on me that, okay, this is not the way. But then I also remember that there were people from when I was an undergraduate, after I finished school, some people went abroad. Based on that, they were my classmates. We knew each other's financial situation. There's people, they cannot afford to go abroad to go and study. If this is how expensive the school fees is, how did they do it? How did these people do it? So this is where I like to say something here about curiosity. Because sometimes when I tell people everything that I've achieved since I came to Canada, a lot of people will come and say it's a lie. The fact is that everybody cannot achieve the same thing equally in this life. But I have curiosity. When somebody comes and tell me that they did something that is very big, and I feel like, oh, this is very wonderful. It's, I don't beef. I'm not one that will beef or hate on the person. I'm thinking, okay, even if I feel like this thing is quite ridiculous for this person to have achieved it in this short time, I will ask, how did you do it? Because I want to learn so that I can do the same thing. I like good things, so I can do it. So I asked, how did these people do it? Many of them told me, you know, I got scholarship, just go and Google it. Of course, I went to Google. I did not find this scholarship. Like, where are these scholarships? People say there are a lot of scholarships. Where are these scholarships? So,
wicked people.
so I finally started, and I saw some, you know, there are some open scholarships that are very common, like the Commonwealth Scholarship, Erasmus Mundus. They have some of these scholarships that are out there. When you Google, you find them. But they are very competitive. Imagine that maybe they have 60 scholarships and they receive like 1 million applications. Your chances are very slim. So that was when I realized that, okay, but there must be another way. So I started to apply. Somebody, hello? That freeze. Yeah. So I'll just go on. So I remember that somebody told me that during my...
I heard a noise. I wanted to investigate to make sure it was okay. So I'm listening. I was listening all the while. Continue.
So during my research, I found that there are institutional scholarships. Institutional scholarships are scholarships that come with the institution. So you apply to a school, and the school has funding for their graduate students. So people that are going to do masters or to do PhD. So they have funding for their graduate students. This funding is available on case-by-case basis. So that was when I started to apply. And of course, the rejection started coming. Rejection. Because that's the next thing. So I remember one day I was watching one of those things on the internet, where one of those business coaches said that whatever it is that you are doing, you need to see yourself as a product, and you need to package yourself and sell yourself very well so that the person that is on the other side will be willing to invest in you. So I took it that, okay, if I am trying to sell my experience and my expertise, and I need to package myself very, very well. That's when I decided to pay close attention to my application documents. So for the first time, I carried my statement of purpose and I sent it to somebody and like, help me review it. The person that reviewed it came back with a comment and said, this thing looks like a Facebook post. Did you ever submit this thing? That was when I realized that, oh yeah, it's time for me to do something and package properly. So of course, I got help from people, you know, help me check these, help me, what do I need to do, did a lot of research. All I needed was just 1 yes. 1 yes, that was all I needed. And my 1 yes came, and I relocated to Canada with my son to start my master's degree. My 2-year-old then. And that was when the journey started. But then when I started this journey, I like to say this thing too, because some people are just interested in Japa without having a plan. I had an end in mind. So I started with the end in mind. So I knew that I wanted to remain in this country permanently, legally. So I looked into other options. How can I stay there legally? So I applied for express entry and then applied for my citizenship not long later. In fact, I completed my application for my citizenship in 2021 and it just got approved. So this is how far I have gone. And in this journey, I started from one scholarship. I needed 1 yes. But since then, I have secured over $400,000 in scholarships. I have the Canada federal government scholarship. I have the state government scholarship, the university scholarship, among so many others. And all of these, I use my Nigerian experience. I came with a University of Benin degree, University of Benin. I did not school abroad for my bachelor's degree. I started from Nigeria, University of Benin. And I used that.
Okay, you started in University of Benin in Nigeria. What did you study in University of Benin?
Oh, I studied chemical engineering.
Chemical engineering. So that's core science mixed with engineering. Yes. Wow.
At the University of Benin. But now there are so many scholarships. Because a lot of people will say, yeah, you know, there's only scholarships for STEM courses. No, there are so many scholarships. They have scholarships for both art, science. In fact, there's somebody in my community that got scholarships in media and communications. So they have scholarships for art, science, social science, just name it. There are opportunities for everybody. And then these universities are not able to run their programs without graduate students. So this is why they need the graduate students to do it, to work at the universities. Oh,
okay. I can see you clearly. I can see you clearly. I can see you perfectly. Can you hear me?
I can hear it. Was booting for a bit.
Instagram has been crazy over this period. Now, I want to tell you guys something. Yeah. First of all, I will remove every single person who is distracting in the comment section. I know this is the time when we do our gossip. So we have a crowd. We have over 500 people, 530 thereabout on Instagram, which is a lot of people. I don't mind removing 100 so we can have 400 serious people. I'm going to tell you a bit of my experience. I remember when I wanted to set up my platform and I wanted to go to YouTube, and I was having a struggle. I happened to travel to Dubai with some people who were all creators and stuff like that. And I asked them, I was like, I'm new into this, so help me. They say, hey, it's so easy, just Google. You do it like this. 1 year later, I was still struggling with it. Maybe they saw me as their competition. There was one particular girl that I was trying to talk to. Oh, help me. Maybe the girl thought I was toasting her. Maybe the girl thought I was toasting her. To pick my call would turn hard. She would answer me monosyllabically. Inside, help me set this thing up. By the grace of God, I went somewhere and I met somebody and the person set everything up for me. But what am I trying to tell you is, until you find that right person, you will stumble around in the dark. You can waste the next 2 years. And if you're looking for somebody that will do it for you for free, add another 2 years to your already wasting 2 years. So like 4 to 5 years, you go still day on top this matter.
Enough time to get your citizenship if you are serious.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So when people talk about mentoring, when people talk about master classes, when people talk about leading the way, when people tell you ideas, don't think you know it. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just buy tire and put.
Exactly. Yeah.
So because there are a lot of people distracting in the comment section. Oh, we can do it like that in America. Oh, we can do it like that in Zimbabwe. Oh, it's not only Canada. Canada is cold. If Canada is cold, enjoy Nigerian warmth. And Japa is not, if you are earning a good salary in Nigeria and you have your business, Dangote no go ever Japa go Canada.
Yeah.
Neither will Mike Adenuga. So it's not for everyone. But if you are earning a Nigerian salary in Nigeria today, this message is for you. If you earn ₦1 million a month, you can't make ends meet. Don't be angry. If you are earning ₦1 million a month, you cannot make ends meet in Nigeria. You will struggle, let alone you where they earn 180 or you where they earn 75,000. While light line and suffer, they suffer. So why don't you listen to and find out if there are opportunities for you? And if you are a degree holder, it's better. I think this particular message is for people who have at least some level of education.
Yeah, minimum HND, bachelor's, master's degree, yeah.
Minimum HND, because somebody they car wash now, they saving money. This no be car wash program. Somebody they work for mechanic village. He don't save small money. Once he has you want to take Japa. The day where they go do mechanic own, go tell you today on a mechanic own. Yeah. This one na minimum HND, OND no qualify. HND, BSc, masters. If you have your masters from any course, any university in Nigeria, they are recognized, but it has to be a minimum of HND or BSc or Bachelor of Arts or Masters, MSc. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Now, anybody talking nonsense in the comments, someone says, Auntie, is it true you charge $7,000?
I don't know where they heard that thing from. That's not true at all.
Why are you typing that in the comment section? Is that what you should be asking? Ask. Please go ahead, Zeno. I just wanted to say I'm deleting comments and I'm blocking people. So you'll be seeing the number reduced. So don't be alarmed. I don't remove all the imbeciles. Make people will get sense remain. Continue, Jerry, my sister.
Okay. So I want to say something. A lot of people that have come across, I'm not saying that these people are here. A lot of people that have come across, they'll come and send me message, you know, Zeno, I don't have time. I'm busy. Come and apply for this scholarship for me. I want to say it here right now. Nobody can apply for scholarships for you. You want to get a scholarship, you should be ready to do the work. I know you are busy. Lagos traffic is finishing you. You don't have time, work, business, family. But if you know that you want to relocate abroad and you want to get funding, some sort of funding to relocate abroad, you need to prioritize it. Nobody would do any application for you. You have to be ready to do it yourself. That's why it's like a lot of agents. If it's ask agents, they will tell you that no, you cannot get scholarship. It's because they cannot do the application for you. Some of them don't even know that these things exist. So you have to be ready to put in the work if you want to get a scholarship. I like to say this thing here because some people will not come and say, come and do it for me. Let us just put it out here. Nobody's going to do it for you. So now, some people say, you know, you do not state your grade. In fact, I'm hosting somebody sometime next week who is coming to share with us how she got her scholarship, admissions and scholarship in 2 schools with a third class degree in 2 schools.
No. Zeno, say this again.
She got a scholarship in 2 schools with a third class degree. The fact is that they are
third class.
Yes, third class. There are a lot of opportunities everywhere. You see that United States of America, the scholarships in that country is a lot. And anybody that is serious, you have the opportunity to be able to secure one for yourself. But many people will give up even before they start. Some people, you tell them, come and write.
Sorry, I want to ask you a question. You know, what course did that person study?
I think she studied one of the social sciences courses. Yes.
I had third class.
Yes, she had third class. And she got two schools, 2 fundings. She had to now choose the one she would go to. Yeah. So it's not, because the opportunities are plenty. There are a lot of opportunities. One thing that I've noticed that us Africans, or I remember when I was trying to go to grad school then, my dad went and Googled list of top schools in Canada. And now brought it to University of Toronto. Brought all the list of the schools. Many people, they are looking, there are so many schools, but people are looking to go to Harvard. They want to go to Harvard, to MIT, when they know that the competition there is very stiff. But there are other good schools that you can go to. You get your funding, you relocate, and you transition to permanent residence. From there, so many other good schools, but people should be ready to put in the work. It is not magic that once it just happens. Some people feel like, okay, when they just take master class, it will just magically appear on their laps. It is not magic. You need to be ready to put in the work. I tell people I did a lot of applications. Before I was able to get to the point where I started securing scholarships back to back to back, I've lost count of the number of applications I did in front of that. Because I kept doing, it's a numbers game. The more you apply, the more you get better at it. It's just like when you're applying for a job. Getting a job is a numbers game. You put in multiple applications, your chances of securing one is higher. So that's how. So you must be ready to put in the work. You must be ready to apply. But then also, you should be ready to do it from a place of knowledge. So many people will come and say, Zeno, they said, sometimes I ask them, who is they? Zeno, they said, I cannot go to school because I'm 40 years old. I will ask them, who is they? And they'll say, somebody told them. Where did you get this information from? So you have to be doing this from the right, using the right source of knowledge, using the right knowledge. Because if you are not doing the right thing, then even if you are applying effort, it's like your effort is negative. You are wasting your time. And you do not need West to study abroad. So these are things I want people to consider, but I want them to know that it's possible. Many people would think that, you know, my grade, my age, my family size, and this is another one that I hear a lot. Can I relocate with my family? I'm sure that from the beginning, if you joined from the beginning, many of you heard me say that I went with my son. So you are able to relocate with your family. Then if you have a family, you need to look out for the countries that you are going to. Make sure that you are going to a country where you can go with your family, like Canada, for example, US, UK. A lot of people went to the UK in the last 2 years. A lot of Nigerians went to the UK in the last 2 years. So these places that you need to look out for, these places to make sure that, okay, this place is the right fit for me. That brings me to the next point: choosing a country of best fit for your particular situation. Don't go to somewhere because that's where everybody is going to. And this is the problem with all the information that we have. There's a lot of information on Twitter. Anybody here on Twitter? I'm sure we're many, but you may see a lot of information here on Twitter. There's a lot of information on Instagram, a lot of information on Facebook. But this information, most of them are so generic. They are not customized to your specific situation, such that when you now decide that you want to apply the information, if you don't know how things work, you have carried that thing tit for tat, and you want to apply it to yourself, you will not find out that, okay, it doesn't work for me. So how do I do this? Then you are confused. This is the problem with that kind of information. So that's why I tell people that it's better for you to learn it from the basics so that you understand how things work, understand how to do research. If you face a challenge, you know where to check, you know what to ask, you know what to do, you know who to go to. Rather than depending on somebody every minute of the day, come and help me, you cannot grow, you cannot move forward if every time you are saying, come and help me, you're looking for help here and there every day.
Urgent 2K people, show now they hear.
Yeah. So it's important that you learn how to do it so that you can apply it for yourself no matter your situation. Some days ago, I posted a picture of me and my siblings, and the people were shouting, we're commenting family goals. So my siblings, I have the 3 of them live in the UK while I'm here, and all of us moved abroad via study. All of us via study. And I tell people that sometimes it only takes one. It only takes one to move for the rest of their family to move, because one person now gets this knowledge and is able to transfer it down and help their other family members to Japa as well. So if you have gone now, there are some people that even maybe their wife is in their abroad, husband is still in Nigeria, then they're not coming to meet me. Please, how can I bring my husband? Come and help me. How can I bring my husband? And I'm like, who helped you to do your own? They'll say it's agents. The agent is nowhere to be found, but I need to bring my husband. They don't have information. Some of them, they cannot even transition and apply for their PR. They don't know what they qualify for, because somebody has helped them to apply for their study permit. They are here, they are lost. They don't know what's next. That's why when I tell people went from international students to citizen in 5 years, some people will be like, it's a lie. Some people come and comment on my post that she's lying. Even after I show them the proof, they will say she's lying. Why? Because a lot of them, they don't know how to do these things. So they come here, after some of them have even arrived as a student because somebody has helped them, then they don't know what next. They don't know what to do. How do I apply? What is the next step? They don't even know. How do I apply for the next thing? They don't know. But if they are able to, on their own, look for this information, read it, understand it, do the job, then you'll be able to do it. Somebody asking me, how did I get citizenship? I'm going to tell you how I got citizenship. I like to share this story. So when I came to Canada in 2017, I came as an international student. Like I said, I had an end in mind to become a citizen. So during that time, I had gone to look at how do I transition from international student to permanent resident? And I found the express entry. I got into the express entry pool. My points were low, but I knew that once I complete my master's degree and I update it with my master's degree, update my profile with my master's degree, then I'll to get more points. So I got points from 2 places, getting a master's degree and getting a Canadian degree. So my points went from 384 to like 504. That month that I graduated, I got an invitation to apply for permanent residence. So I applied for my permanent residence in January of 2019. I came to Canada in 2017, March. I applied for my permanent residence in January of 2019. By the end of 2019, I think around September, I got my permanent residence. At this time, I got a lot of scholarships to start save money. Once I became a permanent resident, I bought my first home in 2019. Then, if you come to Canada and you are schooled in Canada, when you live in Canada for 2 years after you become a permanent resident, then you qualify to apply for citizenship. So starting 2019, my 2 years started counting from then. In 2021, I qualified to apply for my citizenship. Then I applied for my citizenship in 2021. It just got approved last month. So this is how I got my citizenship. Most
I thought
people
it was by marriage because you married a Canadian Oyibo.
That's why I want to clear. When people see my baby, they'll say she went to marry Oyibo. No.
Hey.
And I was already a permanent resident. So it is not by marriage. I just like to clear that because a lot of people even come in my DM. They'll be like, help me now, make I marry Oyibo too.
Hey, some people mumu.
Yeah, they put my DM from all different countries: Uganda, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Nigeria, Ghana. Help me! I want to marry Oyibo. I don't they distribute Oyibo.
You want to carry this your Olosho way they do for Nigeria. You won't carry and go Canada. They tell you say Canada they find Olosho. No. Please. They write anywhere for Twitter, be Facebook, say Olosho's wanted. Where you take apply, say one go do Olosho work for Canada. Listen, if you get school sat, log out of this video. If you get only OND, log out of this video. If you no go school at all, log out of this video. This is not I'm not looking down on you, but you have to have a degree. Someone like me, I get sociology degree. I graduate for 2001 with 2.2. I get hope. Now, there's another trend that I wanted to talk about because a friend of mine brought this to my attention. She said there's so many Nigerians who studied courses. There's so many Nigerians who studied courses that they really did not want to study. Like you want to enter law, but you enter education because now education you're cut off reach. Then they tell you, say, no worry, once you enter, you go transfer, go law. You found yourself doing education and graduating with education. Leaving the university, you went to work in a bank and started growing slowly, steadily, like one-eyed snail in the banking industry. Another instance is a friend of mine who studied zoology in University of Ibadan. Now, medicine about one study, no reach cutoff. So said, my network is not too good. We've been complaining about the networks all day. It's Instagram. So he got into zoology, finished university. Of course, he did not want to be a zoologist. So he went from there and started working in an oil company or a bank or whatever it is that is. Now, those courses you study you can actually, the reason why you study zoology and you are working in a bank is because you don't want to work in the zoo. Because your option now to follow monkey play for zoo. So, but Nigeria, you don't understand. Nigeria na burial ground and mortuary for careers. And as in me, we study sociology for university. I never do sociology work 1 hour for my life. As I leave the university, I just enter my media, JJ. But you see, abroad is different. You work in the zoo, you will make more money than somebody working in the bank. It's only in Nigeria that when you see the lion in the zoo as a belly flat, you go no say you never ready begin your career. You could not go find bank straight. So because there's so many people listening to me. Someone just sent me a DM, say, Daddy Frizo, I studied both. I remember my guy we study zoology and my other guy we study history. 3 of my friends for university. My mother always talks enough. Now, Ludo and the follow Waka. One studied botany, one studied zoology, one studied history, and the fourth one studied Yoruba. All of them went straight. They don't follow themselves, go bang, JJ. You won't be Yoruba teacher. So, with courses like these, because there's so many people listening to us right now, they've abandoned the courses, they just finished with their tutu and went to work in the bank, JJ. What hope do they have? All those courses that you study in Nigeria just to get degree, you know them now. Yeah. What hope do they have in Canada?
Okay, so there are some courses that, some programs that you want to do a master's degree in that you do not even need. They invite everybody. They said they'll just say anybody with a bachelor's degree can apply. So there's some programs that anybody can actually apply to. One of such programs is sustainability. Sustainability is the new in thing now. They'll tell you that anybody with a bachelor's degree can apply. That is the minimum requirements. So when it comes to applying to grad school, basically, if you have this kind of background where you take different experiences from different places that you have been. Like an example is that when you are an undergraduate, you take like your academic experience. From there, what did you do as an undergraduate? Maybe you took courses, you learned how to learn, you learned how to read, how to understand stuff, how to study. You are able to read something, understand it, and translate it, or teach somebody else, or put it back to your lecturer and pass the exam. So for courses that people have done courses, education, that maybe they didn't want it, it's not like there's nothing wrong with education, study abroad, but maybe it's a course that they did not want and they don't want to continue in that line, then they can go and do something else that they want to do that has like an open background. I was looking at something yesterday, I think it was international studies and diplomacy. This one has open background for anybody. Say anybody can apply to this program as long as you have the minimum of bachelor's degree. So these are programs that they can apply to. Then the people that have gone to the banks. So some people have maybe bachelor's in botany, like you have said, bank experience, and they want to go and do some other course. So the people that have this kind of experience, during your years of your experience, what did you learn there? You pick soft skills from there. You're able to communicate, you're able to do presentation, you're able to teach. You were involved in some form of research, even if it's in banking research, whatever it is, you were trying to fix something, you were involved in some form of research. So you pick your soft skills from there, and these are the things that you showcase. This is where I talk about the importance of your statement of purpose, because it is what you tell them in that statement of purpose it is what you tell them that it is. An example is this: many people, when I hear I have taught class, I have tutu, your grade is only a tiny portion of what you are checked on for them to qualify you to go to grad school. They look at your statement of purpose, your leadership skills, your work experience. They look at your volunteering experience. They look at your reference letters. So I tell people that, you guys are focusing on the wrong thing. You cannot change your CGPA except you want to go back to school and spend 4 years to do another bachelor's degree. But you see, these things have changed. Your work experience, you can change it. You can volunteer to get relevant work experience. You can get leadership skills. All of these things, you can improve on these things. Guys, I tell people you need to focus on what you can improve on. And also, people talk about their situations. Abroad, they have something they call extenuating situation, like something that happened to you. I'll give us an example. When I applied for the federal government scholarship, very competitive. I did it once and I got it. So there are different levels. You first of all apply to the departmental level. In my department, there are over 260 graduate students. You apply to the departmental level. At departmental level, they will pick 5 students and send to the university competition. University will pick maybe like 20 or 50 students, whatever the number is, and send to the federal government competition. Competition is among all the universities in this Canada, amongst all the applicants. The minimum, the average that you needed to have a 90% and above for you to qualify for that scholarship. I already knew I was going to apply, but I don't have 90%. My average was 83%. But people had told me, Zino, don't apply, just forget about it. You will not get it. But I did it anyways. And because I knew that there were other things they were looking at, volunteer experience, I like, if you see the way I hyped myself, my leadership experience, I hyped it. papers that are published. So all these other things that is not CGPA, I hyped all those other things, and that was what I used, and I got the scholarship first application. People apply 3 times, they don't get it. The first application. So this is what I tell people too. You must focus on these documents. Some people go and pay somebody, come and write my SOP for me. What do you think that person is writing for you? Do you know what they are writing for you? Yes. On these things, get your skills and transfer it. Then somebody said writing and communication skills. Communication is very important. A lot of Nigerians, no, not only Nigerians, a lot of Africans send me emails. Do you know that in the subject of the email, that is where they will write their entire email? In the subject line, they'll put the entire email there. And sometimes I am wondering, like, and I look back, I don't blame anybody, because even as an undergraduate, I didn't have an email address to my university. I did not send emails. So if some people have not been able to get a job to go and work outside in a professional environment where they are able to do certain things, then they can cope. It's now becoming a struggle. So this is where learning comes in. You don't have something, that is okay. Where the problem is if you don't learn. You have to learn. You want to succeed, you have to learn. Yeah.
I'll tell you an experience of mine. My tummy was rumbling, sorry. Bad manners. When I went to get to Cool FM in 2001, they asked, am I computer literate? Remember 2001, computer never many.
Yeah.
Me, my mouth sweet like winch. I said, I could not use ordinary word. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to navigate. That day, I was sitting down in newsroom. I now saw somebody watching all these bad sites where they do bad things, man and woman, where they go come out cloth, they do bad. I don't want to talk about, I don't want to mention them. About that day, I sit down, I watch and do the thing. He can't stand up, leave me for the computer. I watched that thing from night till morning, moving from one side to the other. And I saw I take learn internet between night and morning. That's how I learned. You have to adapt yourself. Now, you have a smartphone, but you are not smart. You know what some people's smartphone is? What they use is to go to Instablog and troll celebrity.
Yes.
Daddy Freeze has blocked you. When I tell people that I block your destiny, when I block you, you think oh, what do I even get on your page? You are blocked from the possibility of getting an opportunity. You are blocked from the possibility of paying attention. The poorest person on earth is someone who cannot pay attention. The moment you can pay attention, you are not poor. Because from that attention, you can be inspired, you can be motivated, you can be redirected, you can even be directed. Learn how to find information. Nobody's going to help you. The world out there is very hard. You want to Japa. You are not ready to work. You do not. School now, scam, school, other Otibonsi now, they say to Japa now, you need minimum, at least for Zeno to help, you need OND. But meanwhile, they stroll around, school now, scam, school now, scam, school now, scam. Now, so you know, they go school. How you want to take Japa now?
Yeah, that you free. Somebody also said something and another person answered him. I like the fact that I always tell you that your audience, they are very smart, top-notch people. Somebody said something that no matter how much you go to school in the US, they will not give you a visa to stay there, green card. Another person in the comments responded to him that you can get EB2 visa in the US, and that is very true. So this is where I talk about getting information, because this person has not asked, how can I remain permanently in the US legally after school? But somebody has answered because he has come and said it's not possible. But I'm glad that it's somebody in the comments that even answered it. So
you see, guys, you said something. My people on my comment section are very smart because I've spent the last 5 years trimming away the dingbats. When I say that your IQ is low beyond a certain grade, I can't help you, you can't help me. What I'm selling, you cannot buy. I ease you out. I try to keep people who have a certain mindset. Let me tell you something about abroad. Just know that everything you learned growing up is a lie because abroad is different. My friend gets paid for taking care of her child that is disabled. The government pays her to take care of her child. You don't hear that kind of thing before. But in Nigeria, they never pay you to work for them. But because you have a child that requires regular attention, they will pay you the money of the nurse. Just prove to them that you can take care of the child. So you their house, they take care of your child. They earn government salary, standard good salary. Have you ever heard that thing before?
Yeah, it's only in abroad.
These are the opportunities that are abroad. You don't have them in Nigeria. So don't be using Nigerian brain to calculate anything. Anytime I go somewhere new, I try to pour out everything in me so that there will be space to absorb new information. The problem with you is the information is coming in, but it's now conflicting with the information that is inside your body that refuses to go anywhere.
Exactly. Fixed mindset that is free. They have fixed mindsets.
You are fixated. You are fixated. Oh, as in, sometimes I have conversations with people. They say, you went to school in Nigeria, there's no hope for you abroad. Then there are some people, let me tell you my view on education. I will never in my life send my child to Harvard. What is he going there to do? If he wants to go there, let him show me that he is above a certain level. I'm not going to send me, if me be my own son, and me be the papa, I'm not going to send myself go Harvard. Which are they find good? How they find good there? Some people believe that until you go to a certain school, until you go to or get a certain degree, you cannot do well. I was in Canada in 2019. Luckily for me, I have a Romanian passport, so I don't need a visa to visit Canada. I need what you call an ESTA, which you apply for online for about £5 and you get it in 5 minutes. So I applied for one in 2019 and they gave me still valid till this year. So I came to Canada. I met because a lot of people I knew ran to Canada or migrated to Canada. The people doing best in Canada were people who were average to mediocre in school, in my secondary school. They were the ones living in the $3-point-something million homes, driving the Mercedes and the Porsches. They were doing very well. Because you see, when you move out of a society and you enter another society and you can adapt very well, you will see that the skills needed in Nigeria are different from the ones needed in Canada.
Yeah.
And that your useless education in Nigeria that has no use to you and you thought it was a waste of time is actually very powerful in many parts of the world. Most people hiring, like Zeno said, are not hiring you because of your expertise. They are hiring you because you could go somewhere every day for 4 years, you could meet up with assignments, you could pass, and you could finish within a time frame. It shows that you can go through a process. Some people just need some people that can go through processes.
Yeah.
So pay attention. Zeno, there are people here who want to learn. There are people here who genuinely want to better their lot. They are tired of them stoning Buhari in Katsina today and what is happening in the East with the UGM. Some people are just tired of the Nigerian topography, Nigerian climate, Nigerian political ideology, and what have you. They want to change. So how do you help them? Because I'm sure it goes beyond this Instagram live video. How do they get in touch with you? And I'm so glad you told the story of your baby, because me, Seth, where I know you, I believe in leave Zeno. Now husband she take do citizenship. So it is good you cleared them. So Zeno got many advantages. She first of all got a scholarship and was able to travel with her son. So she did not leave her son in the village with her mother. Make they call her for phone, say, as you know, he break leg today, we don't carry and go bone healer. You go come. You can't take Canada, they panic, say, ah. Now, so they do one of my guy, in leg no straight till today. He go fall for village where they live out with mama, with his grandma. Instead of me, they carry and go hospital, they carry and go bone healer. By the time the father was able to take him abroad, the leg no straight again. It's not a joke. So, first advantage, she was able to travel with her child. Why? Because she did pay attention. She got there, was able to, within the last 6 years, if I calculate the time frame properly, get $400,000 Canadian dollars worth of funding, which is about 200 plus million naira worth of funding in 6 years. If she was working at her current job, she would not have been able to get that much in funding. Within these 6 years, she has bought her first home. She met a man of her dreams that agrees to do TikTok with her and dance with her and carry baby with her. And she has had a second child and is remarried, all in a space of a Japa of 6 years. If that is not a motivational story, then go back to church. What you need is somebody to lie to you. Because this is somebody who lost her job in Nigeria, marriage crashed, had a son, traveled with her son, and within 6 years, her whole life don't balance.
Yeah.
She's right here. You see her carrying the pikin, she not thief the pikin. If to say she thief and pikin, go down, they cry by now. One of the reasons why I couldn't really talk to her last year was because she was pregnant, and at the point she was giving birth. Because I remember there were times I was trying to reach you.
Yeah.
She has a life, she has a family, she has a house. You still there where they pursue you with quick notice. May they even show us the house where they rent. Now face me, I face you. Bathroom now zinc where they put outside. If rain they fall, you know, feel bath. If they don't break, you know, feel bath. But they still they pursue you for the house. Meanwhile, you don't buy a Canada standard house. We get garage. Because if your house don't get garage, you will come out and look for your motor inside snow. So think about this your life. Think about it. The basic requirement is HND. Those of you who don't get HND say, okay. BSc, BA, Masters, okay, OND, go back to school. Or find another route. Any course you study, hope day. They say even if you study Yoruba, if you study history, if you study Greek science, if you study zoology, hope day. Even if you get third class, hope day. The problem is, who are you paying attention to? Zeno, are you having any master class? Are you having any opportunities for people to tap into the wealth of knowledge that you have? Are you going to help people? Is there a way you can help people? And listen, anything that is free is useless. People need to pay. No, you will not even come to my platform for free first. So why should you charge people for? Why should help people for free? Guys, you've been missing. It's like person where you don't work inside bush for 5 days. Person come there and say, yeah, come and give me 5K. I will show you the path out of this bush. You know, quickly find the 5K. Even if you know, guys, say, no worry, when we reach the outside, I will give you. So you need to open your eyes to the possibilities and sign up and ask questions and see maybe, because every time I did Zeno page, you will just see one person just cross, finally, you will see the person they jubilate as they cross immigration for Canada. It could be your portion. Take me, I face should never tire you. No light never tire you. Using Doro to fetch water inside well never tire you. Queuing for diesel, for generator never tire you. Zeno, how do people get involved?
Okay. Yeah, before I go on, there's somebody in this comment that have been saying that I'm lying, that if you don't listen to her. Okay. So I think that this person doesn't understand what we're talking about. We're talking about get paid while you study abroad. Can OND go and study abroad? They can study. Do they have the opportunity to get paid while they study abroad? No. So that is what we are talking about. This person that is there saying she's lying, she's lying, she's lying. So that is we're talking about paid. So which people are able to get paid while they study is what our focus on this place is. People can go and do bachelor's degree abroad, but we are focusing on something. So please, okay. So people that want to learn how to secure admissions with scholarship so that they can relocate abroad, I have a master class where I teach people. It's like a step-by-step process that will teach you from the beginning to the end how you can do this. Then we'll provide you with the tools that you need. So it's like a hand-holding process. Like I said, everybody will do it on their own. But then if you are doing it from a place of ignorance, then you are just running around in circles. But if you have somebody to hold your hand, that will tell you on day one, do ABC. Day 2, do BCD, such that by the end of the 30 days masterclass, you are able to have submitted your application. In addition to that, you get tools that you need, like templates, like samples. We give you the tools on where you can find how to get scholarship. We give you list of scholarships, list of schools, list of low tuition schools for those people that decide that, okay, you know what, I don't want scholarship, I want to go and pay. So there are some low tuition schools that some people can afford. You get all of those lists. We teach you how to convert your CGPA. So like you get all the tools and all the resources you need in one place. I talked about choosing, like we also talked about choosing a program. You have a bachelor's degree in something, you have gotten a work experience in another thing, and how do you do it? So choosing the right program is also important for your visa application. That's why some people will apply for visa, especially to Canada, and they will get denied, maybe on the grounds that they felt like they were going to run away. That's because they have not shown the immigration officer beyond reasonable doubt that they have chosen the right program. So sometimes people go ahead and they choose a program that they cannot defend, and it affects them in their visa application. So choosing the right program, how do you choose the right program? Call it program of best fit. Choosing the right country based on your specific situation. For me, I wanted to come to Canada because I understood the pathway from international student to citizen. It was very clear. I knew that I could easily come with my son. I already knew that they paid X amount of child benefits. Like I'd researched it, and I knew that this.
No. So sorry to interrupt you. When you came with your son, they were still giving him money.
Oh, yes. So if you come here as an international student, you have to have lived in Canada for 18 months. Even though you're still an international student, they start paying your child money. Yes. So at that time, then you were paying my child $646 per month. Yeah. I also got funding for childcare for him. So at first, my university was paying for me to put him in daycare. So they gave me bursary for me to put him in daycare. So while my child was in daycare, because he was 2 years old when we came, I didn't pay out of pocket. The university paid for me. During COVID, as a PhD student, I told my university, schools are locked down, daycare is locked down, I cannot put my son anywhere. The university paid to hire a private nanny in my house. When I tell people this thing, they think I'm lying. They paid money to hire a private nanny that comes to my house every day so that I can go to school and do my research that the federal government, I have federal government scholarships, it's a prestige to my university. So they want me to be able to go to school to maintain my funding. So they paid me for private nanny. I tell people, listen, in the province where I live right now, I live in Ontario, in the region of Waterloo. I go to University of Waterloo. In the region of Waterloo, the government pays child care subsidy to international students right now. So international students that come with their children that need daycare, they can apply to the government to get subsidy. 100% subsidized, they pay zero contribution. But many people don't even know this kind of information. There's one girl that I supported all the way from Nigeria till she relocated here. This girl followed me bumper to bumper because she's like, I have a 2-year-old like you. I want to come to a place where I don't have to struggle to pay for childcare for my son. So I told her, you want to come to Waterloo? She got admission in the University of Waterloo. She got funding. Now she's doing her master's degree there. So you need to have knowledge to be able to.
Sorry, Zeno. Wait. I'm calculating what 600 Canadian dollars is. in Naira. 207,000 Naira that they pay your Peking. Before, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this publicly. I always used to believe, Zino is lucky. She found a white man. She's just lucky. Sorry, I think it is your husband that is lucky to have you. To have a PhD scholarship student as a wife is, you see, when we don't ask questions, I can't they look and say for Nigeria, they look and say, person marries, you know, when you marry woman with Peking for Nigeria, you don't collect responsibility. Now, person will marry you, your child is actually not a financial responsibility.
Yeah. If you ask the man, he will tell you that he got lucky to have me. That is free that I'm a speck.
You they always talk this speck, and they always they walk on and say, you fine, you get sense, but which one be speck again? Come, this is an advantage, you guys. Are you paying attention? Are you still in the comment section? Zeno, next question is, how do they get on your master class? That's what we want to know now.
Okay, so anybody that is interested in getting in the master class, they should come to me and send me a DM. And these days I started qualifying people. My master class is not for everybody. So these days I need to qualify the people that come to my master class to check that they qualify and that they are serious.
Just type something. Just say, join my masterclass. Let me pin it so they can have your handle, so they can start. There are 614 people watching us live. Meanwhile, there are people on 187 on Facebook, 132 on YouTube, and 82 on TikTok.
Wow.
So aside this 614, we have like another almost 400 people outside of Instagram. So I need to mention, okay, join my masterclass. It is Zeno Ogbojo. Ojogbo, sorry, Ojogbo. Let me spell it for you. If you are watching on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok,
I am everywhere. They can reach me everywhere using the same name.
Using the same name. Are you on YouTube too?
Yes, I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
TikTok, guys, share the video if you're watching on TikTok, and of course, get me some gifts. You know, I like it when you give me TikTok gifts. But in the meantime, it is Zeno, Z-I-N-O. Then another O-J-O-G-B-O, or Z-I-N-O-O-J-O-G-B-O, Ojogbo. Ojogbo. O-J-O-G-B-O. The name is Zeno, Z-I-N-O, Zeno Ojogbo. That's her handle. Follow her right now on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever it is you are. Follow her, send her a DM. Elegant Bell, that is Mrs. Joseph Nantoma or Mrs. Nantoma, said she has friends who are interested. Please just send a DM to Zeno Ojogbo. If you're now, there's so many of you who live in the UK but are just feeling unfulfilled, or maybe you live in France and the language is a barrier and you think you might have a better chance in Canada. Maybe you're in Dubai or you're in Kenya or South Africa and you just feel, you know what, this Canada dream that everybody is dreaming and talking about, I would like to be a part of this. Listen, the handle on Instagram is Z-I-N-O-O-J-O-G-B-O, Zeno Ojogbo, pinned on my Instagram. Guys, can you help out on YouTube and Facebook? Okay, somebody has pinned it. No, Betty Gare is 2 O's. Zeno Ojogbo. Ore or Omo Showo got it on TikTok. And I don't know if I can pin. Can I pin a comment on TikTok? I don't know. Yes. Ore Omo Showo, thank you so much. Ore Omo Showo has been pinning it on, or he's been typing it on TikTok, but I don't know how to pin on TikTok, sadly. You can't pin on TikTok. I'm sorry about that, but that's it. What's the masterclass for? How to relocate to Canada and get paid while you japa. That is the masterclass for. Remember, the masterclass is not for everybody. You have to have a minimum of an OND.
HND.
Sorry. HND, I beg your pardon. Minimum of HND. OND does not qualify. HND, BSc, BA, MSc. If you have any of those, you're qualified. You have to be ready to do some work. You are not going to be pampered into Canada. You are not D'banj or Banky W. You are not a celebrity. You are not portable. No, nobody's going to baby you. You are going to burn the midnight candle. And literally in Nigeria, because there's no light, you are going to use the candle at midnight. So no. Just be, because some people will just say, I'm going to send you my passport. You are not sending anybody anything. What they are going to do for you is guide you, give you advice, give you directions. But now you go fill form by yourself. If you know Sabi fill form, those of you who sleep with lecturer, take pass, get BSc. This matter is not for you. Unless you want to go back to the lecturer to help you fill the form. So if you did not apply yourself, you are doing runs and paying people to go to school for you, no problem. Continue doing it in later life. This thing no concern you, because you no go feel fit the form. You go come be like say they do you why you. Meanwhile, that you not get sense from ground. Standard. So it's very, very important, and this needs to be communicated, because at the end of the day, people say, I did not get value for money. No. If you don't know what you are doing, it will look, anything in this life will look like it's bad. You need to be able to apply yourself. Now, one thing with Nigeria is just the hot sun, the hot Nigerian sun, they fry people's brain standard for Nigeria. Because all these people, they work up and down, their brain don't roast. Then we now have a healthy dose of religious madness. The small brain where you're supposed to use, the omelette will remain inside your head. Religion don't chop on with bread. So to apply ourselves now becomes a Herculean task. You will have to learn how to apply yourself. Nobody can apply yourself for you. You are going to have to follow, you are going to have to attend classes with Zeno. You are going to have to apply and be rejected and apply again.
Very important.
It's not one thing that you will, there's one scholarship that Zeno has waiting for you. Some people are waiting, what's today? Today is Thursday. I go don't get my scholarship this time next week. Look at the raise ticket money. It's not like that. So you will try and fail, and then after a point you get tired and you leave it and you come back again and start again. But with each trial, you get knowledge, you get understanding, you get direction, you get revelations. So here is my message for you today. Send her a message. Someone said, oh, this lady is very good with immigration. I know her here in Canada. Who says that?
Ramatu or something.
Yeah. Okay, I've lost it. Someone said, yes, Daddy, please tell them before they go drag poor Zeno. Listen, if you are not ready to do the work,
please avoid me.
Avoid Zeno. Yes. If you are not ready, you are lazy. Somebody said, Daddy Freeze, where am I going to get the candle that I want to burn from? One knee. Your case is far. Just continue trolling celebs on Instagram. Don't worry. One day. God free butter your bread. Guys and girls, education. You are going, just hear yourself. You are going from Nigeria to Canada by education means. And you know I read book, take fill the form. Nobody say you want to go there, go do hairdresser. Nobody say you want to go there, go do Olo show. You want to go there, go study, get scholarship. But to fill form, can't they hard you? I beg you, live my life. We continue gossiping tomorrow. We have a gossip session regularly where we come and we have people like this. Today is I'm even happy today. Normally when we gossip, they get 500. Today we get reach 600. That means Nigerians are actually worried about their future. Normally when we come with serious topic, these are 194 people we're waiting for you. In respect of Daddy Freeze, we love this Daddy Freeze and we'll be here. Make you just do this thing quick. They go. They carry Wala, they go. But I'm impressed that we've had a minimum of 500 people watching from the beginning to the end of this, which means that This is actually touching people. I've had a minimum of about 80, 90 people on TikTok live. Instagram about 140, Facebook about 100 and sorry, I said Instagram, YouTube about 140, Facebook to about the same. So people are actually paying attention. Okay, join Zeno's masterclass by sending her a DM. Remember, you'll be prepared to work. If you are prepared to work, even if you have children, it will be a benefit. Yeah. The Canadian government is not like the Nigerian government. The Canadian government needs people to come and be absorbed into the society. And they're giving grants. They love it when you read book. Nigeria, you don't need to read any book. Just go and join a political party. Anytime they begin share money, collect your own, before you know it, you will become a presidential candidate or some comedy along the line. And your bread don't get butter. In fact, you don't get mayo yourself during the butter. Some akara they decide you'll be all right. But abroad, it's not like that. You'll be amazed that normal citizens, they earn more than their prime minister. It's just that his prime minister finish. Nigeria, no normal citizen earn Buhari salary. Forget anything where anybody tell you, say they don't like corruption. We know. So guys, once again, masterclass, pay attention. Don't let your destiny be blocked. If you can't see this live, it means you are blocked from a potential destiny helper. Be careful. Follow instructions. Her name is Zeno Ojogbo. ZINOOJOGBO. Pinned on Instagram, but the same handle across platforms. She's there on TikTok. You see her dancing on TikTok. She's there. Forget. She's a PhD scholarship student that dances on TikTok. Meanwhile, your whole life now to dance for TikTok. You know, not bad. At least so Saturday, Sunday, they will carry you, go club, give you small money, go either manage the next week, buy small cloth where you go take dance. But you can better your lot. You go be like saying a yap for the yap now, make una wake up. Zeno, your parting thoughts.
Okay, yeah. So guys, just send me a message right after this live session. I will go into my DMs and I'll be responding to all of you. So send me a message and I'll be happy to help you out. It is open for everybody, just regardless of your age, especially this age situation. Many people are so worried about their age. In fact, if you think that your age is going to stop you from relocating, the study pathway is the pathway for you to go through, because it's a study pathway that doesn't have any age restriction. By the time in my lab, we had a 60-year-old man that came from Iran. Yes, 60 years. And these days, because of this George Floyd's matter, the Black Lives Matters, they started opening a lot of scholarships and opportunities for Black people. Like today, my supervisor just sent me one. There's one they are looking for to work in research council in Canada. Go and apply, because I'm rounding up my PhD. So a lot of opportunities coming my way right now. But just at this point in time, I have this young baby. I don't want to move, because sometimes you have to move across cities. So there are a lot of opportunities these days, especially for Black people. But some of them, you need to be here first for you to get them. So I tell people that use what you have to relocate first. You have this degree. Your degree is not useless. You see that blue folder that you put your certificate and your transcript? Go this night, go and bring it out. That's the dust from the certificate. It is useful to you. It's an asset. It is an asset. Use it to make your life better. There are so many ways to get ahead in this life. One of them is education. Education is one of them. Use it to get ahead in this life. I saw somebody say they live in Kitchener. Please connect with me. If you live in Kitchener, let's meet up. I like to meet my people.
Okay. So now down here. That if somebody who writes bad English, that if to correct the person, say, is English even my language? When you get to Canada, please speak Pidgin. When you get to, you don't know that language written English can be a barrier.
Yeah.
You know, am I lying?
Yeah, it's true. It can be a barrier, yeah.
You want to relocate abroad and you are proudly writing nonsense English, and when they correct you, say, is English my language? Who English help?
In fact, example here. When I started my master's degree, the first paper I wrote with my supervisor, after I wrote and I submitted, it was an academic paper. I submitted it. My supervisor called me to his office, like, I want to talk to you about something. So he had corrected it. He was going to send it back to me. He said, I want to talk to you about something. I sit there, it's like, yeah, he reviewed my work, he corrected this, my paper, and that he did a lot of changes. That when I take it, he doesn't want me to feel bad. This is my first paper as a master's student. Don't feel bad. It's a learning process you are going to learn. That when I got the paper back, the comments everywhere read, he had corrected everything. As a person, I felt bad that I have to put my supervisor through this kind of work to check my work. My writing was bad. I acknowledged it. Do you know what I did? I went to take a course called English for Non-English Speakers. I like to learn. I am not a proud person. If I say I'm deficient in something, I'll fill the gap. I cannot be saying I want to do this master's program, do PhD, and I cannot write. It's one of the requirements. I took English language for non-English speakers. I sat in the class with people that don't speak English, but I learned a lot. When I finished that 4 months English language program, I speak English, I schooled in English, but I knew that I was lacking somewhere. My writing was bad. When I finished that 4 months program, the next time I wrote a paper and I submitted to my supervisor, he called me this time. This time he was like, what happened? How did you change like this? What did you do? I told him I learned. I took feedback. I went to learn and I improved myself. He was surprised. Since then, everybody that comes to his lab, he will send them, go and do this course. He will send them, go and do this course. You must do it. Everybody that works with my supervisor, you must do that course. So I just want to give this example. So people say they speak English. We may speak English, but we may be lacking in writing.
Some people will write for you. And they see them for my page when they call them out. Some people write, you go know, say, this guy na boss conductor. He keep pressing phone, can't go Insta blog. There was one I posted recently. No. Zeno, this thing is not a joke. And you see, my problem is these people will now come and say Zeno could not help them because they don't know that they are not help people. I'm looking for that particular comment. I want to end by, God, I can't find it. Oh. No. You need to see it. You need to see it. Oh. God, I must have deleted it. The guy spelled a word and, you are buyers. Wanted to say you are bias. He spelled bias as B-Y-E-R-S. Bias. Who see that post for my page? And when I corrected him, who gra English help, you go no say some people they don't tie their destiny for Abuli Egba. They no fit come lucky, let alone Japa. That Abuli Egba, now be where they born them. They don't mark land where they go use do their grave when they leave this life finish because they no fit come out for that Abuli Egba because of their IQ. Some people go right, you go correct them, they go fight you. Exactly. And you see, I don't even understand. I even understand, okay, everybody else will come there and say, why are you criticizing him? His English your language, his English, that. One day, don't be biased, oh. Not Gokamo. So, for the masterclass, send Zeno a DM now. Another problem Nigerians have is they'll just take a mental note. Yeah, I learned something on that. If he's lying, I'm going to follow up with Zeno. Then they'll go and sleep before you know it is March.
Yeah.
Time don't go. Within now and March, if you don't miss 3 scholarships.
Exactly, yeah.
So, why don't you send that initial email, send that initial WhatsApp right now. Zeno, I said WhatsApp, DM, Zeno Ojogbo, ZINOOJOGBO. Keep her awake this night, attending to your DMs. In fact, if all the 5 or 100 of you should send her DM, you don't know who might be lucky enough to get help. And I tell people, mentorship is not free. Anybody that wants to mentor you for free is wasting your time. if you want to be mentored, if you want them to show you the way, they're going to charge you and you're going to do work. So don't be stingy and don't be lazy. Pay and work. I sign off.
I really, really enjoyed this session. I enjoyed reading this comment. There's somebody I'd like to connect with here. I think it's Ogunleye Ayola. The guy seems very knowledgeable in the US. And if you don't mind, I'll send you a DM if you can come and talk to people about the pathways to residency in the US. Ogunleye Adeola, I'll send you a DM. You see that truth? I've even gotten a connection here. Ha!
Great. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can plug into your destiny, or you can end up just being buyers. Whatever it is you want to do is up to you. Remember, your future is in your hands. You are your own destiny helper. Get up. Don't waste time. Plug into your opportunities. God bless you. Thank you, Zeno, for coming through. Thank you so much.
For having
Thank
me.
you.
A message. Somebody say, what is DM? DM is direct message. Send me a message.
Direct message, Neo, Instagram, dancers.
Yeah. Then I
if
say,
I to come on clocks now, and I go sabi. Direct message. Take care.
All right.
God
Bye.
bless.